Hi everyone, I am Jinky R Calamba and I will be teaching you on how to pronounce the international phonetic alphabets. So let's start with the consonants first. This is a letter P, but in the international phonetic alphabet, we pronounce it as P. For example, pan, pan, poet, poet, perfume, perfume, plastic, plastic, pen, pen. And let's proceed with the letter B. But in the international phonetic alphabet, we pronounce it as B. B. For example, bar, bar, band, band, and bath, bat, and bear, bear, and lastly we have the barn, barn, and we have the letter M. But in the international phonetic alphabet, we pronounce it as M. For example, meal, meal, meat, meat, mop, mop. We have the money, money, and lastly, maybe, maybe. And we have the letter F, but in the international phonetic alphabet, we pronounce it as for example, fan, fan, fun, fan, flight, flight, fight, fight, fine, fine. So let's proceed with the letter V. But in the international phonetic alphabet, we pronounce it as V. You will have a vibration in here. For example, vinyl, vinyl, vines, vines, verb, verb, village, village, virus, virus. Let's proceed in this symbol. It is a voiceless dental fricative of for example, think, think, math, math, bath, bath, earth, earth, author, author. And we have this simple. It is a voiceless dental fricative of oo. For example, this, 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 feather, 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 mother, mother, breathe, 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 weather, weather. And we have the letter T. But in international phonetic alphabet, we pronounce it as t, t, t. For example, take, t, t, take, water, water, cat, cat, letter, letter, light, light, And we have the letter D. But in International Phonetic Alphabet, we pronounce it as D. D. For example, dog, D. D. Dog. Door, D. D. Door. Dark, D. D. Dark. Dad, D. D. Dad. Dinner, D. D. Dinner. Let's proceed with the letter N. But in the International Phonetic Alphabet, we pronounce it as N. 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 For example, night, night. Nose, nose. Name, name. Nice, nice. And lastly, nurse, nurse. We have the letter S, but in International Phonetic Alphabet, we pronounce it as S, S, S. For example, sun, sun. Song, song. Snake, snake. Silent, silent. Sock, sock. And we have the letter Z, but in the International Phonetic Alphabet, we pronounce it as Z, Z, Z. For example, zebra, zebra. Zoo, zoo. Zero, zero. Zipper, zipper. And lastly, the jazz, jazz, jazz. And we have this simple. It is a voiceless dental fricative of ch, ch, ch. For example, chop, ch, chop. Chair, ch, chair. Chocolate, chocolate. Church, church. Teach, teach. And we have the simple. It is a voiceless dental fricative of j, j, j. For example, judge, judge. Giant, giant. Edge, edge. Badge, budge. Fridge, fridge. And we have the simple. It is a voiceless dental fricative of sh, sh, sh. For example, sheep, shoe, sure. Cash, mission. And let's proceed to the other fricative sound. And this symbol is a voiceless dental fricative sound of g, g, g. For example, January, measure, treasure, decision, mirage. And we have the symbol. It is a voiceless dental fricative of w, WH. We have the W and H, but when we put it together, it is sound like it will have two sounds. Either way, yeah. You can pronounce who with the silent W in the WH, and you can pronounce who and the WH that you will silent the letter H. So for example, we have the example. Will, wheel, wheel, wheel. whisper, whisper, whisk, hisk, whip, whip. So let us proceed. We have the letter K, but in the International Phonetic Alphabet, we pronounce it as k, k, k. For example, cat, k, cat, kick, k, k, kick, kitchen, k, k, kitchen, keep, k, k, keep, car, k, k, car. And we have the letter G, but in the International Phonetic Alphabet, we pronounce it as g, g, g. For example, goat, g, goat, girl, g, girl, game, g, game, garden, g, garden, good, g, good. So let us proceed in the NG, but in the International Phonetic Alphabet, we pronounce it as ang, ang, ang. For example, sing, ring, song, long, strong. Here we have the letter H, but in International Phonetic Alphabet, we pronounce it as for example, house, house, hat, help, high, and happy. And we have the letter L, but in the International Phonetic Alphabet, we pronounce it as L, 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 L. For example, lion, left, leaf, light, love, table. And let us proceed in the last consonant, the letter R. But in the International Phonetic Alphabet, we pronounce it as er, er, er. For example, rose, rain, rain, red, red, road, and lastly, reach. And that's all the consonant letters alphabet and the IPA and how they sound like. So we already finished on the consonants, so we will tackle about the vowels. And we have the letter I. I will show you the difference of the two sounds of I. First, the long E, E, and the short E, E. Example of the long E: see, tree, eat, deep, marine. And example of the short E: sit, bit, kit, lip, and win. And that is the differences of the sounds of I. So we have the letter E, but in International Phonetic Alphabet, we pronounce it as E, E. Example: red, bed, pen, set, met. So we also have the letter U, and it also have a different sounds in the IPA, and I will show you what's the differences of that two sounds. The first one is the short sound, O, O, and the next one is the other one is the long sound, the ooh, ooh. So example of the short sound: blue, true, suit, fruit, mood. An example of the long sound: book, look, cook, good, and wood. And that's the differences of the sound of the letter U and the IPA. So let's proceed with the letter O. But in the IPA, we pronounce it as O. O. Example: go, road, home, goat, open. And let's proceed at this symbol. It pronounces as er, er. Example: core, lore, more, score, and before. And we have the symbol, and we pronounce it as ah, ah, ah. For example: cat, bat, sat, mat, and hat. And we have this one, and we pronounce it as uh, uh, uh. For example: cup, sun, run, fun, and love. So let's proceed to this one, and we pronounce it as a, I, I, I. For example: fly, sky, high, cry, and try. And next is this one. We pronounce it as o, I, oi, oi. For example: boy, toy, joy, annoy, and employ. And so we have the first letter, which is the letter A. In the IPA, we pronounce it as a, a, a. For example: father, car, start, large, and art. Let's proceed to this one. We pronounce it as er, er. For example: sofa, comma, rosa, banana, and Alaska. And lastly, we have this one, and we pronounce it as a, o, ow, ow. For example: cow, now, how, brown, and lastly, clown. That's all for tonight. I am Jinky R, Calamba, and I hope you learned something from me. Thank you.